I'm Robbie Cumming. That's me.
Right, don't worry, we'll help you. We'll tow you to where you want to go.
And that's me again, lending a helping hand to a broken down boater.
You alright? Great.
And this is my narrowboat home, the Naughty Lass. For a decade, I've been exploring our rivers and canals, filming my adventures as I go. And things don't always go to plan.
Well, I have pulled in and tied up my boat, but my cratch with the wiring still attached did not survive the second boat passing it.
This time, I'm on the picturesque Oxford Canal, soaking up the scenery along the way.
Look at that. This is why I do what I do. Incredible.
I begin my journey near Knapton Junction in Warwickshire. From here, I'll follow the twists and turns of this contour canal. I'll moor up in the village of Cropredy and visit the market town of Banbury, before reaching Ayno Wharf on the Northamptonshire border. It's about 29 miles in all. There'll be plenty to see, so jump on board for my Canal Boat Diaries.
Right, it's an absolutely gorgeous day to start my journey. I'm really excited about this one. But before I get moving, because it's going to be such a busy day out there and lots of boats moving around, I've come into this marina, filling up with water, diesel, all the usual sort of stuff that I've got to do before I set off. On this trip, I'm looking forward to exploring the Oxford Canal, which is a bit of a classic. The South Oxford's never really been modernised or straightened. It's very twisty and turny, and it's just a nice old narrow canal. Lots of lovely old narrow locks, which are always good fun.
I can't wait to get going. The forecast for this week is sunshine and blue skies. Ideal boating weather.
Right, that's all my chores taken care of. So I can leave this marina and head out back onto the cut, onto the canal itself. I'm going to be taking a left turn in a minute so I can head further along the Oxford Canal. Now, I'm going to head down to a town called Banbury. And along the way I'll be stopping at various points, going through lots of lovely narrow locks, just generally having a wonderful time. That's my plan anyway. We'll see what happens along the way. The Oxford Canal in summer. What's that going to be like? Well, I'm expecting a lot of hire boats, so it is a popular one for people on holiday. Certainly a lot of people living on boats, especially nowadays. So there'll be a real mixture. There'll be a lot of them, a lot of boats. It might be tricky to get a mooring.
Most boaters love the summer. Longer days, better weather. But it does bring challenges.
I've got a bit of an issue here. I've just run aground. The water's not that low or anything, it's just that I've avoided that boat by too much of a distance. I should have stayed in the middle of the canal really. But I was having a look at the hill next to me. Not much of a hill, certainly for people like myself who lived in Yorkshire, but that is left after lots of quarrying for clay to make bricks that were carried away on narrowboats like mine. But yeah, I don't know if the abundance of clay in the area has caused me to run aground. It's definitely that, not my bad steering.
Like other early canals built in Britain, the Oxford follows low points in the land and skirts around Knapton Hill. High on the hill is the red brick tower of a windmill dating back to the 16th century. It was later converted to a steam mill and produced materials which were transported out of Knapton and used in the textile trade.
I've got a series of locks to do today, and I've already got a series of boats that's lining up behind me, so yeah, I knew it was going to be busy.
The Oxford Canal appeals to all sorts of boaters, from pleasure cruisers to liveaboards like myself.
Julia, you are on holiday, is that right?
Yes.
Nice. How's it going so far?
Oh, it's really nice. It's lovely to have the lovely weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're heading down to Banbury. We've got to do these locks, and we've got a share in the narrowboat that we're on, that we privately own.
So you're making the most of that.
We're making the most of it. Yeah. We get 3 weeks a year, and we're down up these locks.
And are you okay waiting a little bit whilst I get through some of these locks? So I'm not as fast as probably you are.
No, that's fine. That's
so you've got a bit of a crew. You've got a couple with you, haven't you?
Yes. My husband and my daughter. She's come to help us for the day.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Julia, thanks so much for helping, and I'll see you at the top hopefully. All right.
I've owned the Naughty Lass for about 10 years. She's my home, a way of transport, and has become a faithful companion. But now and again, she takes the odd knock and scrape and needs constant maintenance.
I've got a big upgrade for the boat this year, and it's going to involve a lot of money and a lot of mess. Hopefully it will transform the boat, but basically what I'm going to get is double glazing. So I've got all these single glazed windows. The problem is, lets out a lot of heat, lets in a lot of noise when I'm recording my songs or whatever I'm working on. So I really can't wait. I'm a little bit worried about how much it's going to change things, the look of the boat.
The windows are on order and the fitting date is a month or so away. So I've got time to make the most of this weather. And it looks like I'm not the only one enjoying the sunshine.
It's one of those days where you just want to flop in a big puddle of mud. These are water buffalo, and someone's just told me you can buy their sausages in the local shop. So there we go. But they're having a great day just wallowing around.
The Oxford Canal opened in sections during the late 18th century, with the purpose of bringing coal from the Midlands to Oxford and the Thames.
One of the challenges with lock flights, and there's lots of locks together, is the loss of water. When you're going through them, you are taking thousands of gallons of water with you, and yeah, especially on hot sunny days, you can imagine that there's a lot of boats going through and not that much water.
During hot summers, canals can run dry, but so far this year, it's not been a problem around here.
that's it, last lock of the day. All I've got to do now is go round this corner, find somewhere nice to moor up. And it's looking like it's going to be a lovely evening. So I get to enjoy peak canal living, sitting outside in summer. I might even get my guitar out, who knows. Well, it's looking like it's going to be another lovely day. It's 7:30 a.m. and yeah, the sun's already up blazing away. And I'm on my rooftop garden here that I've created. I've just got a few herbs stacked on well, this is an axe and knife throwing target that's become a bit of a coffee table. But I've really leaned into the enjoying the summer weather aspect by being outside as much as possible.
And the thing about living on a boat, there's always something to see.
Just sitting in my rooftop garden there, looking down on the canal, I could see some little creatures swimming up and down. They are mink. I didn't think I'd see them this close up. Pretty cute looking, but they can be pretty vicious, and they're certainly very aggressive towards local wildlife like water voles. But they are quite fun to watch. Right, just setting off on another day. The sun has hidden behind some clouds. I'm quite happy about that because it was a little bit hot yesterday. And now it's just time for me to get on with the journey, exploring the rest of the Oxford Canal. I've already explored the North Oxford Canal, and the South Oxford I've not done so much, so I'm really looking forward to taking those twists and turns and seeing where they take me. Now, most boats are usually on the canal, right? Or sometimes out of the water, having work done to them. Well, this one somehow is in the middle of a field. And this has been sparking the curiosity of every single boater that passes by. And I've never seen anyone by this boat, so I've never been able to ask them how have they done that, and was it because of mooring fees to avoid them, or just simply to have a structure on land? I don't know. It's all a bit strange to me. If I'm having a boat, I want to be able to move it. I don't want to sit in a field.
Like many narrowboats, I imagine this one clocked up some miles before becoming a static home.
Right, I'm just tying up quickly because just round the corner it's a very fast boat.
It's always a good idea to slow down past moored boats, otherwise this can happen. It's caused some damage to my wiring and cratch frame.
Well, I have pulled in and tied up my boat, but wow, it's quite a draw on that draft of boat, whatever it is, I don't know, but they were just telling me it's too big for us. Anyway, they're off back to the hire base to hand it over again, hand it back to the hire company. I never really know where I'm going, just generally in life. I'm not someone who has very concrete plans of where they want to go. I'm always just open to whatever opportunities and whatever, whichever path sort of opens up before me. And at the moment I've got a couple of options. I could go into London, see the waterways there, or I could take the boat back to where I first bought it and even further, still visiting places that I've never been to before. So yeah, lots of potential. That all keeps it exciting for me. Never know where I'm going to end up.
And at the moment, I'm in the middle of a massive building site. According to HS2, they'll build more than 50 big viaducts along the new railway line between London and the West Midlands. And this one will cross the Oxford Canal.
I'm just about to head under the actual viaduct here, but I've come across a fellow boater that's really stuck. Are you alright there? What's happened?
The engine's just gone out.
Right. Just suddenly stopped.
Yes, with no warning signs, no lights coming on.
Oh my goodness.
So if we could get to the next mooring.
Right, don't worry, we'll help you. We'll tow you to where you want to go. The next mooring space. Right, can you give me a thumbs up, Julia? You alright? Great.
The engine just cut out with no warning lights or anything. At the moment we've no idea. We're hoping that Robbie can get us to a mooring where the river and canal rescue team can get better access.
I'd never towed a boat before. We haven't encountered our first corner yet, it's just coming up. So we'll see what happens now. I was quite worried about what was coming next. All these twists and turns. Oh crikey. Right, this is going to be a little bit of an issue. Hopefully we can scrape it and not get stuck. It's a very shallow canal, the sides anyway. Julia has just said that they'd be comfortable mooring up here, so what we'll do is slow right down, try and allow them to stop. It's going to be difficult for them to stop without an engine, because you use the power of friction and ropes. Good to help another boater. Usually it's me that needs a hand. We made it, Julia, we made it.
We made it with ease. You made it look really easy, and then I found out it's the first time you've towed a boat. So
Yeah, I told you that halfway along.
But
yeah.
it worked so well.
Yeah. How long have you been boating yourself?
Since I was a teenager, so an awful long time.
Yeah, and has this ever happened to you before?
We've been grounded,
Yeah.
but never towed. But I quite liked it.
Yeah, well, relaxing, I imagine.
Don't
And the
want
steering
to make
worked.
a habit of it.
No, not at all. Well, Julia, I've got a couple more miles to go myself,
Okay.
so I'm going to keep going. But
All right,
as
thank
long
you
as you're
so
all right.
much, Robbie.
Yeah, no
It was
problem.
a good experience.
Yeah, bit of fun, wasn't it? Actually, yeah.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Right, so now I've sorted those guys out, I can head on to where I was planning to moor, hopefully in a bit of shade, and somewhere I can have something to eat as well. I've just stopped off. I'm in the shade, so the boat's cooling down. My cameras, which were overheating, are cooling down, and I need to cool down now. So I think what I'll do is have a cold shower. It's definitely one of those days to have a cold shower. Right, just one last job to do. That's to manually pump out all this water. So unfortunately I don't have an automatic system. One day, maybe when I get the bathroom redone, because the tiling and this shower tray has definitely seen better days.
While I've got my own issues with water, the canal company had theirs too, supplying the thirsty locks along the Oxford Canal. particularly in hot, dry summers. Back in the 1780s, they built this reservoir, which holds around 3 million gallons of water, and it's a great spot for wildlife.
Oh, I've always wanted to see that. A grass snake swimming in the canal. The nature that I'm seeing on the Oxford Canal is certainly blowing my mind. Can't believe how hot it is. It's gone 6 o'clock. I need to moor up now, really, because I'm coming to a set of locks and there's no way I'm going to do them today. I'm hoping I can moor up here. No, it's saying lock operation only. Got a little bit of unwanted drama at the end of the day, and that is that I've got to now reverse back alongside some boats around the corner to try and find a mooring, because I'm not allowed to moor here.
There are various rules about where you can and can't moor your boat, and there are time limits too, and mooring overnight on a lock landing isn't a good idea.
Just need to moor up as soon as I can. This could work. We'll have a little look-see. Is it going to be enough room for the naughty lass? Right, first job of the morning before I set off to check the oil is actually overfilled, which is not a problem I'm used to. I'm used to it not having enough oil in, but a few months before setting off, I did actually have the engine completely overhauled, and yeah, we sorted out all the leaks. Sorted them out very well.
With my engine overfilled, I need to pump a little oil out to get the level right.
Right, that's the engine oil, looking pretty damn good. It's time to set off and get through some locks. Quite a few today. It's going to be another hot one.
From here at Claydon Locks, I've got about 14 miles to go. I'll travel to the village of Cropredy and then on to Banbury before reaching my destination, Ayno Wharf.
Should be another lovely sunny day today. It was so hot last night. Had to sleep with all my doors and hatch open and windows and everything, but being that I was next to other boaters all doing the same, it was safe enough to do that. But if I thought that was troublesome trying to find a spot there, I'm going to find it really difficult at Cropredy where I'm headed today. But I've used social media and I think I'll be able to swap places with someone else if I time it right. That's the plan.
I'm now descending from the Oxford Canal's highest point through a flight of locks. At Claydon Top Lock, the Oxford Canal Company built workshops and stables, and this would have been a busy spot in its working heyday.
Well, it looks like I've got some lock keepers on hand to help me through this next one. It is a very busy day. It's great to have some help, especially on a hot day. What about your message board? Should we have a look at that?
Yeah, if you want.
Should we put a message on it?
Yeah, there's no messages on it at the minute.
Right, they've got a little board up here that tells you how many boats have gone up and how many boats have gone down. I might put something on it for the next boat that's coming down. What we got here then?
So it's just a board we use to mark up how many boats have gone up and down. So as you can see today, we've had 2 up and 3 down. Although we didn't get here till 8:15 this morning, and the guy that runs the water, Derek, he told us there's already been 5 boats through this morning. So there's 5 more than that.
Right.
So yeah.
Right, well, there's a little messages spot there, so I'd like to put something there for
Yeah,
the boats, if that's all right.
absolutely.
Yeah, I can't help myself.
No. I think that'll be okay.
Right, guys, thank you so much. Cheers. Narrow locks are always going to be preferable to me because I can take my narrow boat into the lock quite easily, don't really have to even tie up a lot of the time, and it's just so simple and so much fun. It really is like my little playground, and with the wide locks it can be a lot of walking around to close various gates, and you can give me as many as you like in one day, it'll still be fun. Narrow locks were cheaper to build than the wide ones and used less water. For frugal canal companies looking to cut costs, they were often preferable. Next to this one are old ridge and furrow field patterns, a relic of an old way of agriculture, where each smallholder would work a few strips of land. I'm hoping that the boat that I'm going to swap around with is still sort of... Thing is, with planning anything on the canal, it doesn't usually go to plan. Canal time is a thing. With good pubs and a village store, Cropredy is a popular spot with boaters, which means finding a mooring here can be tricky. But it appears my plans worked, as the boat has just left and a space has opened up. Right, I'm just going to go and meet my neighbours. It's always a nice thing to do when you moor up, go and say hello to the boat next to you. Oh, they've got a shop. Hello there.
Hi.
Yeah, just thought I'd come and say hello.
Hello.
I'm Robbie.
Hi.
What's your names?
Julie.
Julie
Jeff.
and Jeff. Excellent. What are you up to here? You've got a whole shop that's attached to the side of your boat.
Yeah, we have. Well, I make lots of things and we travel the network. We are constant cruisers, and so during winter we slow right down and I make pottery.
That's when you make it in winter.
The pottery, yeah. And in the summer, when we're travelling around the network, we're selling our goods. But in the summer, I'm also knitting and crocheting and
Yeah, she's
just
always
making.
she's always making stuff.
What do you do while she's making
Well,
everything?
I do some kind of wire art and woodwork and bits and pieces. So it's really stuff that we can do on the towpath as well. So I make key rings and just small stuff as we go.
Is it working out for you selling things as you're travelling around?
It's early doors at the moment. We're in our second summer, and we're having sales, and it's great. But I'm not going to lie, it is hard work. I'm knitting, crocheting, making pots all the time. I work hard, and at the moment we're still dipping into our savings. So, yeah, it's not. It facilitates our lifestyle. It's a choice, I think, rather than a business.
Yeah.
It's been so lovely to meet you. You're absolutely smashing, and I'm really proud to be mooring next to this cool shop.
Thank you.
So yeah, thanks so much, and if you ever need anything, just let me know. And
No worries.
Same for you as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
Canal traders Julie and Jeff have a special licence to sell their wares, and they're here in the village for the annual folk festival, which is a week or so away, so hopefully it'll be busy for them.
Had a little bit of rain overnight, which has been really nice because it's obviously a lot more refreshing and not as humid, and the plants are loving it as well, of course. And also, I'm not too far away from my next stop in Banbury, so I'm going to take my time this morning, have a coffee, make bacon and egg roll, and make my merry way on when I'm good and ready. Bye. It's been a great mooring in Crockford. I could have stayed a lot longer, and certainly many people will be, to catch the festival that's coming next week that everyone's talking about. And I feel a little bit like, oh well, it's a shame that I'm not going to it, but I can always go another year. Getting further and further south now, which will be great because I'll be able to be closer to my old friends from school that I still stay very much in contact with, and also my family as well, my mum and dad and my brothers. For so long I've lived up in the Midlands and in the north of England.
The meandering River Cherwell is a tributary of the Thames, which it joins in Oxford. Local merchants proposed canalising the river, making it navigable for working boats towards Banbury. But the idea wasn't practical, and the canal was constructed instead.
Right, this is it. I'm coming into the middle of Banbury. There are some moorings here, but what I really want at the moment, because I've had 3-4 days of intense heat, I want some shade. So I'm going to keep going until I can find a little shady spot, which means I have to go through one more lock and also a lift bridge as well. So that'll be fun. Right outside a shopping centre. Right, all clear. It's not too much hard work, it's just a lot of turns on this, and potentially a lot of people that I'm keeping waiting. When there is a bridge that you have to move so that your boat can get past, that also affects either a road or pedestrian access, there's a lot of pressure attached to that, because you have to get it done pretty quick before people start huffing and puffing and saying other things. Alright, quickly tie up, get back to this bridge. But I think the best attitude is just to do what you can, don't panic, carry on and try and ignore what all these other people might be thinking of you. I've sort of given up trying to find a mooring that's in full shade, because we're not at that point of the day really. So I'm just going to pull in here, just because it's not too far away from Banbury, but it's far enough to just enjoy a nice quiet spot, hopefully next to some other boats. Well, it's quite a change being able to moor next to a town and one with a shopping centre as well. Yeah, it's a big contrast from where I have been, just out in the middle of nowhere. I've enjoyed the peace and quiet. Remember the nursery rhyme? ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross. Well, this is the horse in question, with the fine lady on top there, her bells on her toes. And this is the Banbury Cross, which is also a very busy roundabout. So yeah, I'm going to lead them to it and get my way back to the boat. Back on board, I'm making myself a light supper. Just mixing together some sardines, some jalapenos and vinegar and salt and pepper in a little bowl to go on top of some bread that I've toasted. Sardines on toast, that's what I'm making. Now this is posh sardines on toast. It's the last day on this leg of my journey along the Oxford Canal. Leaving Banbury's factories and workshops behind, I've got about 6 or 7 miles to my destination of Ayno Wharf, and it's not long before I reach open country. I've had a quick count on my map of all of the sort of structures, obstacles ahead of me, and I've counted roughly 13 different things. Most of these are going to be lift bridges or drawbridges. Anyway, luckily this one's already open, and I'm hoping the rest of them will be as well. It's quite hard to keep moving around the canal system and also have a normal life. I've sacrificed any sort of 2.4 children style existence in favour of, being a sort of nomad, exploring my own country. And I've learnt so much more about my own country doing it. It's been incredibly valuable. And it's so hard when you feel like sometimes you want to put roots down. There's places that I could have easily settled in, but just got to keep moving. I was tooling along on the boat, and just at the corner of my eye, I saw a little swing and a river next to it. And I thought, oh, right, I'll pull in here and see what's going on. And sure enough, it was a wild swimming place. And it's a local hotspot for people just to come and cool off. No one else was using it, so I thought, right, I'm going to get in there and, get cool. Well, I've not got any leeches on me, so that's all right. It was definitely hot enough for a plunge. Wild swimming does involve common sense. If in doubt, don't go in. But that was worth it for a nice, refreshing dip. Oh, that was fantastic. Honestly, so much fun. And now, I'm not far from my final destination. So a couple more locks, a few more of those bridges, and then I'm there. Oh, and also the M40. It's the third time I've passed underneath this motorway. Third and final.
feel like I am happiest when I'm moving, going through locks and going round the next corner, seeing what's there. I do love that feeling of just being on the boat on my own and exploring canals, even if it's places that hundreds of other boats have been to before. But that is the fun side. But I've also got jobs to do, like painting my boat and fitting new windows. So it's a fine balance between essential DIY and travelling the network. This next lock is my last one of the trip, and it's a little bit different than all the rest of the ones that I've been through. When it was first built, it was a standard lock shape, but because it was shallow, there was a problem, and that was there wasn't enough water going on to the next one, and so on. And the next bit of canal was just running dry a lot. So what they did, they couldn't dig deeper, they just changed the shape instead. This unusual shape stores far more water than a conventional narrow lock. And once I open the paddles, it'll be released to top up the next section. A nifty bit of canal engineering to solve a serious problem. Right, I can see ahead of me where I want to moor up. It's been such an enjoyable trip. I have had a wonderful time. Nothing major has gone wrong, certainly not for me. I've done 29 miles and 26 locks. I kept some shoppers waiting at a lift bridge in Banbury, and also got to tow another boat, which I've never done before, and help some other boaters, which is what it's all about. But now I'm going to find somewhere to moor up and chill out for a bit before the next adventure.